Are you singing through a megaphone? Is that the deal?
I had one here. I thought I would sing into it.
Oh, my. Oh.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Jeremy and Todd Top 5. Are you ready for another fun hangout?
Action-packed, thrill-seeking, ups and downs, lefts and rights. It's crazy.
All the things as we count down every Friday, the 5 biggest things going on in our lives and in the world. I'm Jeremy.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my cue.
I didn't
Doggone
know.
it, I'm Todd. I don't know what I'm doing.
Glad he's here. Todd's ready for the weekend. I'll tell you that.
Dang right I am.
Now, let me see if I can figure out where the top 5 is. You know, here's the thing. Before
Every
we get into
single
the top 5,
time. Really?
I know it, but here's the thing. I think I'm getting to the age.
Oh, you're at the age, all right.
Where
There's
I
no
need
doubt.
glasses. I feel like... T!
Don't blame him.
Well, no, I was wondering where his glasses is.
You need glasses? What kind of
I
old
think
man are you?
That's what I'm saying. I think I need glasses.
And
Number 5.
you also probably need some hearing aids like me.
Yeah,
It's coming. It's coming.
But listen, I at least got the number 5 right.
You did. So applause to you on that.
I got to tell you, this is one of the hardest weeks that I've had in a really, really long time.
Agreed.
The death of Dolly Parton has hit me so hard. We have never known life without Dolly Parton in
It's
it.
true. It's
And-
the first thing I read, which I was, if you remember the singer Don McLean that did American Pie,
Yeah.
he got on social media and said, you know, this is kind of like losing Elvis. It's not like losing Elvis. And the Elvis fans don't go crazy and say this. She's nothing like Elvis, but the seismic, the imprint she made. It's kind of like losing Elvis. You feel that loss and you're like, I never met this woman, but holy cow, it hit me too.
Drove the Chevy to the lemon. He was dry.
You got to get off that thing. That's not good.
I agree. It's just, you know, she was just she to me was the ultimate Christian because I feel like my faith is so important to me. I felt like she was so good. She was like Jesus. You know,
Oh,
okay,
boy.
and talk to
All
the
right.
lady down there. Well, okay.
She's
well,
not like Jesus. Let's pull the reins in just a little bit. There give some folks some. She's not like Jesus.
Did you
You
hear what
think
Jeremy
she's God? Jeremy he prays to Dolly. I knew it. No,
No, she just.
I understand. She has that spirit of giving, and she is kind to everybody. That part of Jesus, yeah, not the whole being Son of God and you know being Lord and Savior. You know,
she was accepting and loving and you know, like the woman at the well, you know, he went over there to sit next to her. It's like, I don't know. It just she was just so pure to me and joyous and wonderful. And it just makes me so sad. And, you know, another thing that's really going to bother me is Dolly Parton to me is Christmas. When I'm at Christmas, which by the way, do you know that we're a handful of days away, over 100 days away from Christmas?
yeah,
It's crazy.
The backsliding slope of it.
She is Christmas to me. So when I hear Dolly, it's Christmas. So I'm really, really devastated. And I'm here in Hollywood. And so everyone was giving tributes to her at the Hollywood Star on the Walk of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And so
She's
I
got
wanted
2
to
of
go
them,
down
by
there.
the way. She has 2.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
She has 2. One for music and one for film. Yeah.
Oh, I hope I was at the right one.
Well, everybody else was there, so it was all right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there was but you talk about, listen, there was anybody and everybody that was there. And it was so cool. You had people showing up singing that shouldn't be singing.
Oh, dear.
You had all kinds of things, people selling T-shirts. It was really a neat night.
So to make sure that everybody understands, because we haven't fully explained that, you went to the Hollywood Star Walk of Fame where her star is, and there were like numerous flowers and things people had let, and you actually went there and recorded a Facebook video that I saw. I guess it was later that night.
Yeah, I did a Facebook Live at facebook.com/Jeremy on the air when I went to Hollywood Boulevard. You know what? It's right. I can't remember if it was on Hollywood. Anyway, it's in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do a Facebook Live to kind of show you what was going on there. It was just amazing. I passed the Hollywood Bowl. They had We'll Always Love You, Dolly. New York City went pink.
Yep.
Northern California went pink. I saw at home in Dallas, Fort Worth, the reunion, all of the buildings went pink.
Yeah, it's true.
So I love it. But anyway, I was there, and so was a news crew from Fox 11 here in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just talking to the reporter, and he's like, what, brings you here? What do you do? And blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, you know what? Can I, you're on the radio. We'd love to hear, what it's like on the industry side. And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
And so I was on the 10 o'clock news.
Wow.
Now, the coolest part about this is the next morning they put me on Good Day LA, the morning show. They re-aired it, and my cousin saw it from Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga?
Yeah. He said, I just saw you on the news here in LA. What are you doing? And I was like, oh, well, I live here part-time. Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, he said, well, I'm
your cousin, right?
I'm a distant relative.
Oh, distant. Okay. All
yes. Right. But no, he's seriously, he's a cousin that
okay.
I just recently got to meet, and I got to meet him and his beautiful wife, and it was really, really cool. But anyway, so yeah, the Hollywood Walk of Fame was really cool, and to see Dolly's star there and all the people that came out to love her and pay respects was just really, really amazing. That was a really cool night. Dolly, we are going to miss you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4.
Well, we're on a Dolly sort of a theme, I think, for most of the podcast this time around. And I was reminded
until number 3, when I get to really give you some news that I can't wait to get your reaction on.
Here we go. It will be non-Dolly news, though, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, well, keeping on the Dolly theme, one of the more interesting stories that have been coming out, because I've heard it from different sources, is the whole I Will Always Love You story with Dolly and one Elvis Presley. Now, if you don't know the story, let me give you a summary of it. So in 1974, Dolly's original version of I Will Always Love You hit number 1, country charts. Elvis heard it on the radio. He loved it, and his people called her people to say, I want to do a cover version and do it with you. Or he wants to, not with her, but just to record the song, right?
Yeah.
So the night before the recording session was going to happen, Elvis's notorious manager, Colonel Tom Parker.
You know what he needs? An absolute whooping. That guy, I did not like that guy.
Well, he was a bad character. Very bad. Now, one thing he did do is look out for his client, but he was a snake in the grass. He was not a good person. Well, so Colonel Tom Parker called Dolly and said, hey, by the way, this is standard procedure. If anybody, gets their song recorded with Elvis, you have to hand over half of the publishing rights to that song.
Out of your mind.
So Dolly, of course, she wanted to hear Elvis sing it because she knew it would sell like crazy and she'd still make money off of it. But she told him to shove it and said, no, I'm not giving up this. That's my baby. She called all of her songs her children.
One of the smartest businesswomen that have ever known.
Well, and I'll tell you why that's smart. Because she said no. Afterwards, she went to bed, supposedly cried all night over that lost dream of hearing Elvis sing it. So years later, when Whitney Houston covered it, as this is 1992 for The Bodyguard, she retained her 100% ownership, and it said she earned like $10 million in royalties, and she joked that she had enough to buy Graceland like multiple times afterwards.
I would have done it.
So the bittersweet, the wraparound here is that Priscilla Presley later told Dolly that Elvis actually sang the song to her on the steps of the courthouse when they got divorced. So it's full circle. He did sing it, just not on a record. And Dolly got that beautiful story of Elvis singing it to Priscilla, which, that had to be pretty, of all the songs in the world. He could have sung I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. He could have, any of it. No, he sang that song to Priscilla. She kept all the money.
That's why I love Dolly so much. I would have hit his
Watch it.
I would have hit his estate.
Oh, good. Okay.
With a copyright.
What are you doing?
You sing it on the steps. You didn't get my permission. You're going to pay.
That's right.
Tell Connell, what's his name?
Colonel Tom Parker.
Tell him to call me. I got something for him.
I'll bet you
morons.
do.
Love her. She
She's
gave
the
grace
best.
where I didn't. I'll tell you.
Number 3.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
Guess what news I have for you?
I don't know. It's not about Dolly.
It's not about Dolly.
It's not about, you don't have a new pet or anything, do you?
You know, you're not good for my ADD because
Why?
I have a raccoon that has come out. Before we get to number 3,
What?
we have a raccoon that comes to the house at night, and I've named her Dolly. Because the raccoon comes out.
Is it kind of curvy? Like Dolly?
It's got some curves.
Oh, well, all right.
It does.
All right.
But I name her Dolly because she came to join me the day that Dolly died. So I call her Dolly.
The raccoon did.
You dadgum right, Dolly the raccoon.
Is this an indoor raccoon or is this still
Not yet, but I've fed
You
it
can't-
corn nuts the first night, and then I'm ordering meat and stuff like that. I'll have this thing indoor and domesticated before I'll.
No, you won't. That thing will claw you at your neck and kill you before in your sleep. So
Dolly wouldn't do that. Dolly the raccoon,
Dolly-
I don't think would do that.
Dolly is a survivalist animal. It's a rabid animal. Do not let that animal in your house. What are you doing? That home that you guys have spent time and money on, you're going to let some raccoon in there to destroy it when you're gone.
Dolly the raccoon.
Dolly the raccoon. That's right.
There is new news that version 15
Yes.
of Tesla will be out very soon. The software is currently being tested. Yes.
Sorry, that's my
Yes.
new sounder.
Thank
You like that?
Oh, this is very good.
Yeah.
I need that new sounder because currently
Yes.
I'm on software. I can't tell. I'm not on that one. 14.3.
So how many versions back? Is this like, are you like back a few versions of it?
No, like that's the most updated one now.
So the new one is 15 something. So what,
Version 15.
what
very
does the new
soon.
version bring you?
Well, they're saying by the end of this year, certainly by early 2027,
Uh-huh.
version 15 will be out. 7 major improvements. 40% of those improvements are already incorporated into the early version 15 software being tested by Tesla's robo-taxi fleet. You've seen those around, right?
Yes, I have. I'm afraid
Well,
so.
This new unsupervised FSD is currently operating in roughly a dozen states, and you'll be able to fall asleep in your car.
Terrible idea.
Car does a lot of the driving today.
Yeah.
You're still the driver, though. You can't fall asleep and do all of that now. The car is doing the driving. You become the passenger with unsupervised FSD. That is coming before the end of the year.
You know how I
Potentially
feel
next
about
year.
this. You know how I feel about this.
Are you going to go on a road trip with me?
Never negatory. I will not. Not with a sleepy Tesla car. We'll be in a ditch, up a tree, whatever. That woman that drove into a house in Houston, talk to her about how great these self-driving cars are.
Todd, are you trusting enough to let Tesla
The answer,
drive 70 miles an hour while you're asleep?
no. I'm sorry. Let me give you the percentage of trust I have in a self-driving car with Tesla. You ready?
All right.
0.0.
Now, are you saying that you are more trusting of me? You've been in the car with me bazillions of times.
I don't trust that either.
Well, which one do you trust more? You think I could do
Well-
a better job or this self-driving car?
That's a good point. Maybe the car.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
Might be.
Number 2.
You just
Todd-
wanted that on tape, didn't you?
Yeah, save that, please. Go ahead and save that. Thank you. Yes.
Well, can I do a Dolly story or do I have to stay on this self-driving car garbage?
Only if I can sing another song.
Oh, my gosh.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So another story that I did not know before Dolly passed away is that Dolly, back, I guess it was 10, 11 years ago, recorded an unreleased secret song
Oh,
she's never released. That's why it's unreleased, called My Place in History.
and
He said,
apparently
"Look, Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Apparently, she loves this song.
Oh, she's like, I'm fit to be tied because I want everybody to hear it. It's one of my best songs I've ever done. And he say, well, okay, we'll release it. What gives? Why didn't you release it before you died? Well, she wanted to save it until she was 99 years old. If she lived that long, and you never know. She probably thought she lived longer than 80, but she didn't, unfortunately. But this song is in a time capsule. It's a locked oak cabinet at the Dollywood, which I've never heard of, the Dreammore Resort. Have you heard of that?
No.
In Pigeon Forge, I guess that's probably the higher end resort there. I mean, that whole place is filled with all kinds of stuff. Have you ever been to Dollywood before?
Never have. I've always wanted. I've been to the
dude.
Gates, but never went in.
Dollywood's great. I've been there on a very unfortunate trip with my brother and my dad, but that's another podcast for another long day. The visit was fine, but my dad put us in the cheapest hotel with a thread count of like 200, and there were cockroaches that were, using the bathroom. I had to wait for them. It was just a whole thing. But anyway, so yeah, Pigeon Forge is great. Dollywood's great. You need to go. There's the end of that story. So this song is in a time capsule, not set to be opened until 2045. Now, inside this box, because that's years away, who knows what people will be playing music on. So the song is on a CD, and just in case CD players aren't around, she included a CD player in the box and instructions on how people in the future can play the disc.
Good word.
And so she said keeping the song hidden drove her crazy. She knew it was a fantastic track and wanted to hear it sooner. She went on, I think it was Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, when he brought this up, and she went down the whole list and talked about it. But yeah, she's picked 2045 because that's the 30th anniversary of the Dollywood Dreammore Resort. So 2045, God willing, if Jesus doesn't come before then and you and I are still kicking, we'll get to hear this song.
I hope I'm not the dead and get to hear this. Because it's going to be good.
It probably will be. But once you're dead and you're in heaven, you won't care about a song in a wood box.
No, I'll just go over to her and say, "Hi, Dollar Girl, go ahead and sing that song for us."
She can sing it right there for you.
Get to meet her.
That's it.
Dadgummit. I mean, it's just
I knew it. I knew it.
Dolly, could you help me out here a little bit, honey?
On,
I don't know what's
Dolly,
going on around
here.
here.
For the love of all.
Number 1.
There we go.
So this has been a really crazy couple of weeks, really year in losing all of these celebrities. We'd love to get to all that we have lost really in the last couple of weeks, but for the year here in just a second.
Yep.
Can I read you? Did you see Stella Parton, Dolly's younger sister's response to her to her sister's death?
No.
This is really interesting and quite telling.
Okay.
She let us in behind the scenes a little bit when she wrote this. My big sister Dolly got her wings this past Tuesday. If anyone gets to heaven, I'm sure she made it right on time.
Oh, yeah.
I know she's showing out big time in all of her sparkles and shine. That was my sister's way. Every Tuesday about this time before the sun came up and the world was still asleep, she and I for many years had our coffee together over the phone. Being little farm girls, we continued to be early risers. As she'd like to say, shoot, Teddy, we get more work done before the sun comes up than most folks do all day long. We would catch up on gossip as sisters do and drink coffee and make plans, as it has always been our way. My sister was one of the most generous, thoughtful, and kind people I've ever known. What the world saw is exactly who she was. So much, she told me recently, if there was no hope for her, she would still allow her medical team to try experimental drugs in hopes of helping others in the future.
Wow.
My sister was always thinking of others. And if you want to honor her legacy, show more kindness, lift others up, give more of your time and resources as she continued to do until the very end.
That's a great tribute.
So she had cancer is what the reports are from people.
Yep. And she was not disclosing that, and she was getting treatments for it. And days before, I think she did an appearance or a video or something, and she got all dressed up and, put the makeup on, had the wig, I guess, like she always had. And she did her thing and she never, complained. I mean, she had to cancel a bunch of things because of health issues. And I got to think that this was going back a year ago, just about.
Yeah.
And so I got to think that the cancer supposedly was sudden, but I think there were some other underlying issues that were going on. And the cancer just kind of was the icing of the cake for her health. But that's somebody that, she didn't get into politics. She didn't go and criticize others' religions. She didn't complain about her life. I mean, she always said, I'm a blessed life. And she always talked about her love of Jesus. And she's just the whole package. I mean, somebody said whoever was in line in heaven to get talents handed out must have had nothing because she got them all. She could play like multi-instrument. She could sing. She could write. And she was humble. She was giving. She gave money left and right and didn't make a big deal of it. She supported her community and kids with reading and the buddy system where you and your buddy get to a certain point and the like the school year, you both get like a educational check, whatever. And there are just so many little stories about her that's like you think, wow, we're not going to see anybody like that ever again.
No, absolutely not. I can't help but think of the false alarm that we had a few months ago. Maybe it was longer than that. I don't have a really good timing in my head. I mean, everything just kind of goes together. But remember when Dolly was having a spell or she was in the hospital and her sister writes, "Guys, I don't think my sister's very well." I think, kind of made it sound like she was about to die.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And Dolly bounced back and said, "I'm not about to die." That kind of thing. I kind of wonder, with as headstrong as Dolly was, do you think she was going to die and she was really bad and she didn't like that and she wanted to do it on her own terms? So
I think 100%. Yep, I think you nailed it on the head. She didn't want people to start worrying about keeping a vigil and say, "Oh, Dolly's going to be gone soon." I think she wanted to just go on her own terms, and she did.
Man, Dolly, we love you.
You mentioned being a bad year for celebrities. I've got a little list here. I would say just the last couple of weeks. I mean, Dolly, obviously. You mentioned off before we started the podcast, Tim Curry, who also was 80, who, I don't know if you know this. Yeah, he was in Home Alone. He was in all kinds of stuff. He actually passed away the same day Dolly did, but his people waited till the next day to actually announce it because they didn't want... I would
too. You want some press over the passing of somebody.
Well, he didn't want to go and have it the same day, and to be shrouded. I mean, they wanted everybody to know, and everybody was pretty fixated on Dolly. But this past week, besides Dolly and besides Tim Curry, we mentioned Frank Beard, the drummer for ZZ Top, the only ZZ Top member who had no beard, and his name was Beard, which is ironic. Peter Cullen, who was a voice actor for the Transformers and Winnie the Pooh. He was Eeyore in that. He passed away in the last day or so. And this year alone, I have a list here, Hayden Panettiere, or Panettiere. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name.
36 years old, and then a week later, her birthday was supposed to be that next Friday. That's awful.
Catherine O'Hara died from Home Alone. And a lot of other stuff. James Vanderbeek, Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Grey's Anatomy actor Eric Dane died. Chuck Norris, of course, back in March. The actor Sam Neill from Jurassic Park died July. He was 78. And singer Bonnie Tyler did Total Eclipse of the Heart. She was in the hospital for a long time in Portugal, and she finally passed away July 9th at 75. Yeah, it's been a rough year for celebrities passing away. For sure.
It's just absolutely horrible. Dolly always said it. She wrote that song for Porter Wagner, "I Will Always Love You." She got it wrong. We will always love her. We will always hold her high. I just am devastated. Such a good human, such a good businesswoman, performer, just a light in this world is gone at 80 years old. And you know what? The older I get, the craziest, losing Tim at 80, her at 80.
Yeah.
Kind of like puts life into perspective of how much time you have left.
Yeah. When you think about of course, my parents are gone, and they were 87 and 84, 85, something like that. They were close together, but that when you get to be close to 80, I mean, you're even sometimes 70, if you haven't been taking care of yourself, you get to a point after 75. I heard the term a blessed age. Have you ever heard that term before?
No.
I hadn't either. And my brother-in-law, Brian, of all people, talked about, she died at a blessed age. And I said, what does that mean? I've never heard that, which I guess anybody can learn something new any day. He said, well, 75, most people think they're going to live to at least 75. That's what the average age is where most adults start to get in that area where they could pass away. But you pass 75, it's a blessed age because you live past what the life expectancy is for male or female. And I thought,
wow.
I've never heard that. So, yeah, if you live past 75 and you're in your 80s like my dad and mom were,
Wow.
they live to be a blessed age because your days are all numbered. We're all going to pass away. We don't get out of this alive. And some go faster than others. Talk to the family of Hayden Panettiere about that and plenty of other people. But you think about when I'm 60, I'm 62 now. And, could I live 20 more years, 25, 30?
You better.
Only God knows that. Well, you better too, because I'm not doing this thing by myself. It's just
I'll tell you this. Bless my ass.
Okay.
Live another,
I see
if I live
now.
another 20 years, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, no.
I ain't nothing blessed about that.
Oh,
Daddy's ready
my.
to go home. Daddy's ready for his reward.
Now, speaking like that, you better watch it. May not be getting your reward.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
Okay.
Dolly, we will always love you.
Yes.